This is today's Aquarius horoscope prediction. Those born between January 20 and February 18 belong to this zodiac sign. People born under the Aquarius zodiac sign are usually very sensitive and tend to get discouraged as soon as things don't go their way. Aquarius, you have to learn to love yourself more. Above all, you have to love yourselves, because if not, how do you expect others to do it? Mars has recently entered your horoscope sign, and it is logical that you are still a little disoriented by this new stage in which you are immersed. Do not worry that very soon you will be able to adapt. Luck follows you these days, don't turn your back on it. These opportunities are not always going to present themselves to you. If you are one of those who today seems to have everything clear, and you are convinced of doing something, and tomorrow you don't even remember, it is that you have a problem of perseverance. This is something very typical of you Aquarians, and it happens to you a lot in love, that today you want one thing, and the next day you think of something else to stand out from the others. Ask yourself today if it is worth it on this occasion, because sometimes it is better to go unnoticed than to stand out for something that is not pleasant. It is difficult for you to find that partner who likes to be with you, but who in turn allows you the freedom that you need so as not to get overwhelmed. Do not give up, because surely that person exists and maybe she is closer than you imagine. You do not have to look so far. The boy who matches you may have it in your environment and you have not noticed it yet. Today in love you are presented with a day of observation for future performances. At least that is what the horoscope of your sign advises you. You know that I am more of encouraging action and not waiting, but I think I must tell you that there will be better days for it, and with more chances of success. Today's free prediction for the Aquarius man: you can't always win, and that's something the Aquarius man has a hard time getting into his head. That is why he gets more disappointments than he should. You must take life in other ways, both in love and predictions of your sign, that you can find on the internet. In those they tell you such specific things that if they are right they do it by chance. Instead, I tell you the truth, and today is not the right day to make any decision or make any attempt in the sentimental field. Take the day to relax and let your mind clear. Don't spend all the time thinking about that issue that worries you so much, and let the energy move that soon you will have positive news. Today's Aquarius horoscope and love for singles: the road sometimes twist, and that does not stop walking. That is the main advice that today's horoscope brings you for single Aquarius. Let me explain. I want to tell you that maybe in love, and in the subject of sentimental relationships or any other type, things are not very fine, and you know it. But do not despair, because the change is yet to come. You have little left to see it, but today is not the most appropriate day to take charge of the matter and make your intentions clear. I would recommend that you spend this day taking care. If you have a partner, if you have to invest time and effort in a company, let this be your partner. There is nothing more important or anything more worthy of your efforts. You must admit that you have left him in the background for a few months. Nothing is lost. There is still time to save the ship and reach a safe haven. If you don't have a partner, joy is the best letter of introduction. Remember that the first impression is never forgotten, and if you insist on exhibiting that face of sadness, things will not work with the person you are interested in, because not to see you as a sensitive person, but as someone who cannot overcome his past. You want a foolproof method to do your job, and you can't find it. What you should know is that you already know it, and what happens is that you have overlooked it. So the stars are going to tell you again, you must put all your passion into what you do, and leave aside any secondary considerations. Life, this one, at least, is only lived once. Only this time you will be able to enjoy these skies, these nights, these flowers, so get out there. You will not be able to feel like part of the world if you do not dare to inhabit it in all its greatness. Leave your fears to the opinion of others, and live with all the intensity with which you have not dared. If you have to invest time and effort in a company, let this be your partner. There is nothing more important or anything more worthy of your efforts. You must admit that you have left him in the background for a few months. Nothing is lost. There is still time to save the ship and reach a safe haven. You want a foolproof method to do your job, and you can't find it. What you should know is that you already know it, and what happens is that you have overlooked it. So the stars are going to tell you again, you must put all your passion into what you do, and leave aside any secondary considerations. Life, this one, at least, is only lived once. Only this time you will be able to enjoy these skies, these nights, these flowers, so get out there. You will not be able to feel like part of the world if you do not dare to inhabit it in all its greatness. Leave your fears to the opinion of others and live with all the intensity with which you have not dared. Aquarius, you are going to have an excellent relationship with your co-workers. You will do well. If you have been thinking about buying something for a long time, now is a good time. The stars will favor you in love in these coming days. Take advantage of it. You have the feeling that something is wrong in your relationship, but it is not. Your diet is a bit unbalanced. Try to take care of it properly. For your health, it would be very good for you to be in contact with nature. Try it if you can. It will be very important. Imagine what the inventor of the telephone would think of the way this device has taken over our world. At the beginning of patenting, back in 1876, the electronic transmission of the voice was used to transmit important messages. Today, thanks to apps and texts, we share all kinds of information all over the world in a matter of microseconds. You may not have invented anything physical, but your innovative mind has discovered a creative way forward. The time has come to start putting your idea into practice and further explore the possibilities it holds. Tip of the day: when faced with problems, close your eyes to breathe for a moment and then open the eyes of your mind. That way you will find the answer. Lucky numbers for today: 19, 26, 33, 35, 38, 46. Free Aquarius Daily Horoscope Tips. All the signs of the horoscope are divided into 3 decans according to the date of birth, and this is the specific prediction of today's horoscope for each of them. First decan, January 21st to 31st. Don't rush into making decisions that may be wrong, even if at first they seem wrong. Think carefully about what you are going to do. Second decan, February 1st to 10th. You run the risk of talking to someone, and today is not the right day to do it. Wait a few days. Third deanery, February 11th to 20th. Watch in your environment that there are issues that you should take care of and that you are not paying the attention that you should.